for tuning in. If you're a returning viewer, subscriber, thank you so much. And if this is your first time watching me, I go by the name of Ree. So you're watching Review It with Ree. Today's episode is going to be on a series that I checked out. It's called Little Fires Everywhere. It's actually based on a novel, and the author's name is Celeste NG. However, you can watch it on DSTV, on Hulu, and as well as on any streaming networks, like if you want to like search it or whatever. So what is the story about? It's basically about two families, the Richardsons and the Wrights, and it's played by the following stars: Kerry Washington and Reese Witherspoon. Those are the main actresses, and I love it because it's two women, black and white women, who come from very different backgrounds, different lifestyles, different everything. First of all, the black woman is a single mother with a daughter, and the white woman is a married woman with a family of 4 children, living an upper class lifestyle. Of course, it's going to be different dynamics based on their race, based on their gender, based on just so many factors. Obviously, you know how it is in the States, and I think anywhere in the world. So the black woman, being Kerry Washington, her character name is Mia, and the white lady is Elena. I have to say white and black for a reason, because racial issues are pressing in this series. It's not a secret, it's not something that we can put a blind eye to. It's a known fact, and it's something that is brought up a lot in the series. So I just wanted to make it clear that there is a distinction. So this single mother, Mia, has been living in many states, and they don't actually have a home. They live a nomadic life. They move up and down, just trying to basically complete projects. She's an artist, by the way, so when she moves to a different town, it's for a purpose, and once that purpose has been served, they move again. So they move to this town, and it's called Shaker's Heights. So it's a little community city vibe, everyone knows each other, it's very intimate. And they bump into the Richardsons, who happen to be staying in this little society and are a known and well-known family in that society. So the Richardsons consist of Elena, her husband Bo, and her 4 children, Alexi, Trip, Moody, and Izzy. So basically throughout the series, we get a glimpse of these two women's separate lives and how they're intertwined. And also the children play a factor in causing this, intertwinedness and this connection that just keeps, that just happens to be happening between both the families. They're all just caught up in each other's lives one way or another. So how it basically starts is that Elena happens to be driving to work, and she sees a family, a black family to be specific, sleeping in a driveway. And being a typical white woman at the time, and even today, because I think that's just like a norm for white women, but anyways, she calls the cops on them, and it turns out that that family is Mia and her daughter Pearl. And I said they move around a lot, so obviously they don't have a home. And so Pearl, obviously being approached, Mia and Pearl being approached by white cops, they have to now, gather themselves, gain the strength, because that being approached by a cop as an African American, it's not ideal, it's not the greatest, it never ends well usually. And now please bear in mind, this is set in a time in the 90s, and we're still dealing with these issues today. But anyways, so they get approached by the cops, they're asked what they're doing. They explain that no, they're gonna move. They was just taking a nap now, they've been driving for a long time. The cop excuses them, they move on. Later on, they're trying to actually look for a place to stay there. And it happens to be Elena's apartment that she has. And Elena comes to meet them as a potential tenant, And she realizes that, oh snap, this is the family that I called the cops on. So it's already tense. But obviously they don't know that it's her, but she knows. So now she has that guilt. And she decides to show them around, and they have a few conversations here and there. And then at first she says no, she can't rent the place out to them, you know. She gives them like kind of strict conditions. And Mia is not someone that you can walk all over. She does not take nonsense. She stands up for herself, and she's just on some, okay sis, if you don't want to give us your place, grand. And obviously Elena, being that typical white woman, she feels bad, and she decides that, you know what, you can have it, take the place. And honestly, I really think she did it really out of guilt, mostly. But she likes to go on as if she's a good Samaritan, you know, she's trying to do good for people. Like, that's just the narrative she tries to portray of herself throughout the series. And throughout it, you're just like, but no, you're not. You don't do things with a good heart. So that does not make you a good Samaritan. You don't need to get the accolades for the things that you're doing. If you're gonna do things, do them because you want to, not because you feel that you need to, you know, put this facade. And that's the thing, the biggest thing about this whole series, that Elena's lifestyle is about portraying this perfect, you know, structured life that she and her family has. And like I'm saying, the root word is portray, because the reality is it's not perfect at all. There are a lot of flaws in her life, in her family's lives, and you get to see it as the story, you know, reveals itself. And then when we talk about Mia was a student that went to an art school in New York, and so her family was from Pennsylvania. And basically what happened was, she went to this art school. Her parents could only afford for it for a certain amount of time, and now she was stuck with the bills. And obviously this is her passion, this is something she wants to do. So she tells her brother that, listen, I only have so many days to pay for my college fees. What am I going to do? And her brother is on some, sis, whatever you do, you gotta make a plan, because you chose this life and you're not about to go back home and come back with nothing. So Mia makes a plan, and she gets pregnant. That was her plan. You'll understand why she does that when you watch the series. I'm not gonna ruin that for you guys. And so he comes to visit her, and he sees that this chick is pregnant, and he's like, whoa, I said make a plan, I didn't say make a baby. That's not a plan. They explain what the plan is, and a few months later the brother passes away. So it was really, really painful. That part was sad, because you could see she had a very close connection with the brother. I think that's probably the only person from her family that she really connected with, you know, and that believed in her and believed in her, you know, her vision. And so she takes off, and she starts that nomadic life of just moving around with this baby. And yeah, that's basically Mia's life. Obviously there's other things, but we're not going to get into that, because then I'll be ruining it, you know. And so I said they moved to Shakers Heights, and Mia becomes acquainted with a lady called Bibi Chow. They work together at some Chinese restaurant, and Bibi Chow happened to have lost her child, not by choice, but by circumstance. And few days or weeks down the line, Mia actually, so at the time already, Mia and Elena had already met each other, obviously because she rented the house from Elena. And also there was a time that they had some conversation, and there was something Elena wanted Mia to do, and Mia was not about it at the time. And then later on she took up the offer for her obvious reasons, which you'll see in the series. And then they asked her to actually be a photographer at their friend's baby shower, with the Richardsons being Elena and her husband. So the friends are called the McCullens, and they are a couple that struggles to have kids, and they adopt a baby girl, and it's the baby shower, you know, and Mia's there to take photos. But now Mia's there obviously for her own reasons, because there's something she's trying to investigate about this baby. turns out this baby is actually BB Char's baby, and now Mia's trying to prove that this baby is in fact BB Char's, and she's going to go to the extreme lengths of trying to get this baby back to BB. Eventually it ends up being a custody battle, and obviously money talks, the McCullens win, and BB loses her baby. She loses custody of her baby. However, there's something that BB does that is so extreme. I'm not gonna tell you guys. And honestly, when you watch it, you understand. You know, BB was desperate. BB didn't have a choice. Well, she had a choice, but I think it was really difficult for her. And I think as a mother, you're willing to do anything and anything to be with your child, whatever it may be. So yeah, that was really scary. But you guys will check that out when you check out the movie. And so this relationship that Mia has with BB causes conflict between Mia and Elena, obviously, because Elena wants her friend to have this baby that she's adopted. She doesn't want her friend to lose the baby. At the same time, Mia wants her friend to have her child, who is rightfully her child, because I mean that's what any mother would want to do, you know. And Mia's actually the one that helps BB cover the legal fees and everything. And you ask yourself how, because this lady's living a nomadic life, you know, moving from state to state, not having a stable home. So you ask yourself, where does she get the money to fund legal fees? That's for you to find out. So yeah, that's what happens as well, and that causes a huge tension, if I'm gonna say, between Mia and her daughter Pearl, because your lovely friend Miss Elena Richardson decides that no, it's her place, it's her duty to inform Pearl that her mother is paying for BB's fees. And obviously Pearl is going to be on some, okay babes, where do you get the money? Because last I checked, you don't have this money. And when she finds out, good tense, good tricky, good wow, it's tense. So yeah, and you know, the interesting thing, I like how they did this, was that Mia had a relationship with Izzy, who's Elena's daughter, and Pearl had a relationship with Elena, you know. So you have these two women who absolutely hate each other, yet their daughters adore the other mother. I don't know if I'm making sense. So Izzy adoring Mia and Pearl adoring Elena is just like, what the hell? But it also goes to show that there'll always be things that as a child that you will see in your mother that you may not like, that others may not see. So that was, I like that they played on that, because it really fueled their drama and their tension even more. And no matter how hard they tried to keep their daughters away from the other woman, it just made their daughters want to go to them even more. The children have their own relationships. So when they had moved into the city, being Pearl and Mia, Pearl was introduced by Moody as Eleanor's child, and that he was saying, oh no, my mom told me that I should show you around, so I just came to say hi, you know, check on you guys, how's it like moving into the new area. And little do we know that that started a new friendship, and that's opened doors for many other things. I mean, many other things, because Moody had a huge crush on and Pearl, but he never said it. And Pearl, on the other hand, has a huge crush on Trip, being Moody's older brother. And it just starts a whole love triangle drama, like it's a mess. Ngapha, Lexi also has her own drama. Oh, Lexi, guys. Lexi is like a complete copy and paste of her mother. Like, you see, if you don't like Elena, you won't like Lexi. Like, and to top it off, she has a black boyfriend, which pisses me off, because there's so many things that Lexi says and does that are so condescending and so wrong and just like racist. And this guy can see it, he's complaining, but he's not leaving her. And I'm just like, you're not helping the situation. Like, go. This woman has no respect for black people whatsoever. Like, there's something that Lexi does that is so messed up, and she just can't see anything wrong with it. I'm just like, sis, you don't do that. Like, you don't do that. Oh, guys, Lexi, man. Like, oh, yeah, no. Her and her mom are the same, actually. Like, my anger for them is equal, because the things they do just every time, like just the next episode after the next episode, you're just like, why are you like this? Like, what was the reason? Yo. Anyways, yeah, so like I was saying, that the children have their own drama of their own and have their own issues of their own, and those issues and drama sort of are a reflection of the issues that they have at home as well, you know. So that was a so nice thing to include the children's lives and the children's drama, you know. We're not just focusing on Mia and Elena, but we're also seeing the issues that the children faced as children themselves, you know. So I like that too. And basically it's quite clear from the beginning that the siblings all get along except for Izzy. I mean, Izzy's completely outcasted, and I think that's why she has such a great relationship with Mia, because Mia understands that she's different. She understands that she doesn't want to fall into the trap of this structure and perfect lifestyle that her mom is trying to portray, because she knows too that it's not like that, you know. So yeah, basically to wrap it up, you know, we end this series with a few questions. The fact that who burned the house, because I didn't include that, but in the beginning it starts off with the house burning, like in flames, like the house is finished now, like there's no way a person can stay in there, it's burning. As it unravels, you start to try to think, okay, who could it be? Could it be Izzy? Could it be the mother? Could it be, you know? And another question is that what happens to Izzy? You know, where did she go? How, like, is Elena gonna look for her for the rest of her life, or is it going to be just like for a brief period and maybe we find that she's with Pearl and Mia, you know? And also when Pearl and Mia leave, we're asking ourselves, what's next? What's their next destination? Where are they going? And why are they going, you know? So there's a lot that they leave us with at the end of this series, you know. There's a lot that they leave you to think about and to just reflect upon. So overall, I really enjoyed this series. I think this was one of my favorite ones to watch. I mean, because it dealt with a lot of pressing issues, racial issues, I mean, class issues, family dynamic issues, you know, reality versus, not illusions per se, but that whole thing of, is your reality really a reality, or you're just putting up this facade, you know? There's just a lot that is dealt with. In terms of whether I would watch it again or not, I definitely would watch it again. Like, the acting was amazing. I mean, you guys know Kerry Washington, Reese Witherspoon. I mean, those are amazing actresses. So definitely, you know, the tension, that, you know, the way they acted, you would really feel like Elena, while being Reese, is actually that type of a person. Like, I think if I had to walk past her, I'd be disgusted, because she really pulled off the typical white racist, or let me not say racist because she thinks she's not racist, but like that typical white woman, suburban woman, you know. And Pearl being the not so typical black woman, because she's a black woman that knows she's a black woman. She understands that these are the problems that black people face, but she will not let someone just dictate to life, walk all over her and think that they can do as they please because they're white and because they have power and they have money. So that was really great. And yeah, I would definitely recommend it to people, hence I'm reviewing it. And yeah, guys, it was really amazing. I enjoyed it, and I hope from this you kind of have an idea what it's about and you're more intrigued to check it out. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. So guys, please follow me on all my social media pages. They're in the description box below. And please tell your friends about my channel. Please like, subscribe, comment, and let me know, how did you feel about this review? And after you've watched it, give me your opinions, your views about it, you know. And also let me know what other shows you guys would like me to check out. You know, I've noticed you guys haven't been commenting and telling me shows to check out, but I've been checking out the ones that people have told me to check out too. And yeah, guys, That's all. Thank you. Stay updated, stay posted, stay relevant, stay on. Bye. Channel, tell them about this review, tell them to check out Love. What is the story about? It's basically about a family, well, two women, and I love that because yeah, I know. Basically today's episode is so basically when we're gonna discuss about Mia, as I said, she's a single mother and of a daughter, a girl called Pearl. Obviously it's a girl. Please follow me on all my social media pages. They're in the description box. Yeah. What do I always say? No, I'm lying.